Coming up at 3:30 this afternoon, I'm talking to Alana Hart from the Sling Sisters, and they are there's three girls. They're powerhouse blues, Americana country trio from Cambridge, Ontario. Alana is from Toronto. You have probably seen Alana. If you're a fan of She-Wolves of London, you would have seen Alana playing with them as well. Alana is fabulous. She is a singer-songwriter, guitarist, vocalist, and now producer. And they have a new song coming out. They have a new album coming out as well. What I Hope to Find, and that is coming out. We're gonna premiere a single off of this album. It's kind of a cheeky. It's called Nightcap. It's really cool. So that's at 3:30 this afternoon for Top Track.
Time now for the Top Track on Mix 98.5.
Top Track is brought to you by the museum, and right now you can step into a world of color, light, and endless possibilities with Kaleidoscope. This is an interactive, immersive experience that invites you to explore a life-sized kaleidoscope. You can transform yourself on a kaleidoscope TV. You can make your own kaleidoscope patterns. I did that. That was a lot of fun. You can go in the mesmerizing mirror tower, or I double dog dare you to try the swirling vortex. And bring a friend, because it's lots of fun. For more information, themuseum.ca. I have Alana Hart on the phone from the Sling Sisters. Hi, Alana.
Hello. How are you?
I am good. So this is exciting. This is very exciting. This is kind of a new band, and you guys are located, you're in Toronto, and the other two girls are in Cambridge. So tell me a little bit about this band, how the Sling Sisters came together. Great name, by the way.
Thanks. You know what? I've been traveling to Cambridge for a number of music projects for a long time, and I've known Susie for a while, and it just kind of morphed into something we didn't expect. And then when we started writing, it just kept going. So we're really grateful for that. And it's not that far, Toronto to Cambridge.
No. So that's Susie B. and Kelly Mulholland. So these are the other gals in the Sling Sisters. So you have a new album coming out. So tell me a little bit about this.
So we've been writing this album for a while. We had some input from some folks in Nashville on one of the songs, and we're really excited that we're finally through it. It took me a while to kind of get it where I wanted it to be, and so it's going to be out on the 18th of September on all platform, and we're starting to get some really good traction with it. We've done a little bit of a pre-release, and thank you so much for talking to me about it here. We really appreciate that.
Oh, sure. I mean, I've seen you on stage with the She-Wolves of London, so I know how good you are. These girls, everybody's a powerhouse here. So, and this is something new for you as well. What was it like being, first time engineering and producing? What was that like?
I've engineered stuff before, but it's the first time I've sat in both chairs. And really, I have to tell you, when I finally finished the record and I sat back in studio, I thought, what have I done? And not that I wasn't sure, but it's really, you're putting yourself out there and being really vulnerable. I don't mind that part, except when I start to think about it late at night. But it's been really cathartic in some ways, and it allows me some artistic freedom I wouldn't have otherwise. So I'm looking forward to this record. I'm looking forward to doing it again.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Nightcap. This is kind of a cheeky song. Tell me about why did you guys write this song? Who wrote it?
It's the first song that's co-written by all three. Most of the other songs are written by either two of us or myself and some other folks. And it actually started at the end of a studio session. We were recording the record, and Kelly was leaving, and I think we said, I don't know, somebody said something, and someone said, what's it going to be, whiskey, wine, or me? And everybody just stopped and looked at each other, and I'm like, sit down. And we wrote the song. It did not take us that long.
Yeah.
And we just followed the muse. So the groove actually drives what's going on in that song. And it's just a really fun song to sing.
It is a fun song. It's kind of like, it's kind of an earworm, too. I love the chorus. So if, Alana, if people want to find the Sling Sisters, and you don't know at this point, do you have any gigs coming up, or is that sort of to be announced?
Well, there'll be lots more coming, but I know for sure we'll be at the Paris Pub in Paris, Ontario, and that's in October, and I can't remember exactly the date, middle of the month, I think.
Okay.
So we'll be playing the record there, and then there'll be a bunch of other stuff that's happening. There's going to be stuff coming up in Hamilton at the Hamilton Prop House.
Okay.
On the 11th of October. So, we'll start to roll it out a little bit more once we're through the main release.
Okay, so if people want to find you, where's the best place to go?
Well, any social media. So we're everywhere. And if not there, then I do have a site where I'm hosting lots of the projects that I do work on. And the site is elanahart.com.
Okay. Do you want to introduce the song? This is such a fun song.
Do I want to introduce the song?
Yes, introduce the song.
Sure. Yeah, thanks. Thanks so much. So I'm really glad that you were going to listen to Nightcap by the Sling Sisters, and we hope you really like it.
Here's Nightcap.
whiskey wine. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine. I have been tempted, and I have been twisted, and I have been lifted and free. I am affected, but not subjected. I am expected to be, yeah. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine. You've got me watching, you've got me waiting, you've got me wanting for more. Feels like I'm floating, my head's exploding. It feels like nothing I've ever felt before. Yeah. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine. Can you count that high? Count it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Can you count that high? Count it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Can you count that high? Can you count it high? Yeah. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine. What's that nightcap gonna be? Whiskey wine on me, whiskey wine.
Mix 98.5. That's the Sling Sisters and Nightcap, and that is a single from their upcoming debut album, What I Hope to Find, and that comes out September 18th on all platforms. So that was Alana Hart that I was talking to, and the other gals in the Sling Sisters, Susie B and Kelly Mulholland. So this is very cool. You can find them on Facebook and Instagram, and Alana has a website, Alana Hart with an E, HARTE.com. Just you can Google her and find that. All her projects are on there as well. So thanks, Alana, for taking the time to chat with me. Watch out for these girls. They'll be playing around here a lot. I just have a great feeling about them. That is today's edition of Top Track. Top Track is brought to you by the museum. 5:50 here on the afternoon drive. That was a Coolamundo ride. Thanks to Alana Hart of the Sling Sisters for today's Top Track. Their debut album, What I Hope to Find, comes out on streaming platforms September 18th. More information about the Sling Sisters, just go to Facebook or Instagram or alanahart.com. Thanks for buying the ticket and taking the radio ride. I shall ride with everyone tomorrow on the afternoon drive. Mix 98.5, the sound of the region.